everyone, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome back to more Medieval Dynasty. We're going to jump right back in, so see you back in just a second. Alright, so good morning. We are just outside of Borovo or whatever it's called, because I get these all wrong. We are going to go sell a ton of shit. I made a bunch of knives last night. We're going to grab these berries as we go through. I pretty much did everything I could in the dark to not become incredibly over encumbered, but I did do a lot of checking, finding things. I had to make myself a new pickaxe. I collected so much stone. It was pretty intense. So I have 11 stone knives on me. So hopefully we'll have enough to make it to Hornica. If not, to make it to Hornica and come home. Who knows? Or at least come back closer to home, I should say, because we can't actually take a, thing yet. What is it called? A carriage. There we go. Okay, we're gonna need to find someone to sell this shit to. I know there's someone here. We'll also check the fire while we're here, in case there's some other eligible ladies. Alright. So I can sell shit to you.
Stranger.
Yeah, Fellabor.
Never disappoint.
So let's sell you some stuff. I'm gonna have to be pretty liberal with what I sell here. You might be like, Amber, you just bought all this vegetables. Yeah, I sure did. I overbought because I didn't want to fuck it up. And look where it got me. All right, let's sell this limestone. I don't really need them, so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of it. Let's sell this. We're not going to use all that. I'm going to sell the deer figurines. We don't need them. Oh boy. See, we're still pretty weighed down. I don't think there's anything else I really want to let go of. I can let go of the stone, though. Not that it's worth much, but... Alright, here's our 12 knives. So, good amount of money. We've got 789 now. It's not what I was hoping for.
Have a good day.
I'm sure hoping we'd end up with more, but that's okay.
Have a good day.
Oswalda...
Goodbye.
And
you come back. Goodbye.
Oh, Inga's not for... I almost said for sale. She's not for marrying. Oh boy, don't call women for sale. Holy shit, as a woman. I'm the last person you would think would say that on accident. Okay. Need a ride to Hornica. How much is it going to cost me? $370. Okay. At least it's not terrible. Could be worse. Could be a worse amount of money. Wasn't too bad. All right. So here we go. Let's go find her. We need to find Kestrel. So what we basically have to do is kind of go house to house looking for Kestrel. So we can certainly do that. Or we could do this. Hi! I stand up next to a mountain and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. While I pick up the pieces and make an island. Might even raise a little sand. Kestrel, is that you? I'm Racemir, Jordan's nephew. Waits at the window wearing the face that he keeps in the jar by the door. Who is it for? That is awkward. Kestrel, are you there? Do you hear me? Until the rainbow burns the stars out of the sky, until the ocean covers every mountain high, until the day is night and night becomes the day, until the trees and seas just up and fly away. This is pointless. You're drunk as a lord. I know. I'll bring you a special potion that will help clear your head. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? The answer is blowing in the wind. Don't worry, Kestrel. I'll come back. All right. So we need to find a potion of sobriety. Let's check with you first. Show me your wares. Potion of sobriety, please. Nope, you don't have one. Well, that sucks. All right, let's try you.
How can I help you?
Oh no, you're this guy. Which actually isn't a bad idea, because I could use some shit anyway. Let's see, what do you got for stone arrows? Oh, it's taking so long to get down there. Okay. Oh boy. I could spend a ton of money on stone arrows. Alright, I have no idea how much this potion of sobriety is going to cost me if I can even find it. I know you're not going to have one. I need an herbalist. I don't think there's an herbalist in this town. Nope. Alright. I'm going to have to go find a potion of sobriety, which is annoying because I can't remember where there is one. I don't remember if there is one in town somewhere. Yeah, I don't remember. So let me do this. want to steal those so bad. Give me a minute. I'm going to go find one, and I'll be back in a second. I might have to... Shit, I'm going to have to sell more shit, aren't I? Oh, I know there's an herbalist hut somewhere. I just don't remember where. Alright, we'll figure it out. Alright, so really quick orientation. We made it up to Baranica. I spent all my money trying to get up here. I don't have enough money to go ahead and make it back or to buy the potion. So I am trying to get more stuff. I am trying to collect more stuff. And I will basically make more shit until I have enough. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to grind and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so I managed to make enough knives to get the potion of sobriety. I also have quite a bit of money, I believe, so we should be able to make it back to Hornica. We just have enough money to make it to Hornica. This is insane. All right, so we're going to go give this to Kestrel. I'm going to put away this pickaxe that I'm already destroying. I have made, let's see, I made about 50 knives in order to make this quest work without having to run between city to city. All right, here we go. All right, beneath the stain of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. I'm back. It's all going to be okay. Just drink this. What's going on? Who are you? Those eyes. Am I dead? You're very much alive, Kestrel. My name is Racemir. Jordan was my uncle. Of course. Your eyes. Now I understand. I'm sorry. I've been quite distant lately. Please, don't mind the mess. It was some badgers that got in through the window. It's very nice to see you. Me and your uncle were working together. Trade, mostly. I don't want to be rude, but I've already spoken to Unigost. I've actually met Sambor and Wolrod as well. I know about your mission. Very good to hear that. I wasn't ever a good liar. That's what a friend of mine did pretty well. Yes, your friend Jordan. I know about that too. I see. You know a lot, kid. No more bullcrap for you then. We were all part of a pack, a family really. We never really had a name or anything, but we did have some reputation in realms far away from here. The pack was all that we had until the day it fell apart. But you probably know about that as well. I don't actually. No one's told me that yet. What happened? Well, it seems that the boys would rather tell you about the happy days, but you seem like you're ready to handle the realness as well, aren't you? I am. It was 12 years ago that the pack, it was 12 years after the pack was fully formed. Over a decade of adventures, mischiefs, tightening of bonds, we still felt young, but the thought of retirement from our operation was getting more and more real. We even had a place picked out where we could grow old in peace. Yeah, you guessed it. That's right, the valley was always our endgame, a place to settle. But none of us realized that the end was so near. We were staying for a job in a town called Navis, spent weeks there. Everybody started to get a little nervous, a little frustrated, because Jordan was planning it all on his own. He was always secretive, and we kind of got used to it, but this time something was off. He kept telling us that he was meeting with some informant. I've seen him a couple times through a window. Tall as an oak, thin as a straw, skinny face and jug ears made him look like a rat. Beady little eyes didn't help him as well. Jordan said that he was keeping us out of the loop for the rat man's safety. So we waited. Played dice, drank, and waited. When Jordan finally revealed his plan, it sounded like a joke. Weeks of planning for a job so simple, we could have done it with our eyes closed. So I'm guessing it wasn't so easy after all. Supposedly there was a lot of stolen loot in the town hall's treasury brought in by a corrupted militia. Plan was simple. Get in, steal it back, and return it to the rightful owners. Child's play. Jordan and Wolrod were supposed to make a distraction when Unigost and Sambor went inside the treasury, and I, as usual, was waiting with the horses, ready to run. All went according to plan, with no surprises. Sambor and Unigost were loading the cargo onto the horses when I saw Wolrod walking towards us alone. He said that Jordan split up with him and should be right back. I didn't like that. There was no reason for them to separate, so I decided to go and check on him. I could smell his posh perfume from a mile away, so it wasn't hard. I swiftly followed his scent right into a town scribe's chamber. That's when I saw it. What'd you see, Kestrel? If it wasn't for the ears, I would never have recognized him. His face was bashed in so hard you could almost see the floor through it. Jordan was standing by the rat man's body, wiping blood off his hands. He did it with a bottle of mead, which then he took a sip of. I'll never forget how casually he looked in that moment, like it was the most normal thing to do. He hid some kind of book or journal behind his belt, and then he noticed me. Oh my. For a second there, for a second there, I saw his true face. His pure reaction to seeing me. It wasn't fear or shame. It was just annoyance. He scowled at me for ruining his plan and for insubordination. This honest reaction, even he couldn't control, and just like that, his face changed completely. He was shocked, afraid, out of breath suddenly. Maybe even a tear was glistening in his eyes. He grabbed my hand and said that we needed to run, that we weren't safe, and that he'd explain. So we ran to our brothers in arms, got on the horses, and escaped. I told everybody what I'd seen. Jordan broke the most sacred of the rules, his own rule. He was trying to explain himself, but all that we heard was more and more lies. The trust had been broken. We were talking and arguing the whole night. At dawn, Wolrad was the first to leave. We always kind of treated him like our younger brother who was forced himself on the journey. But in that moment, he was the most mature of all of us, and it was clear that the pack had come to an end. Sambor left right after, then I did the same. Unigas stayed with Jordan. He couldn't live with him. He loved him the most. Couldn't live without him, He loved him the most. Even more than me. When I was walking away, I saw that face of Jordan again. Our eyes met for a split second, and they were not sad, but full of contempt. So that's how it happened. I'm sorry, Racemir. You probably expected something different. Let's see, it doesn't matter what I expected, only the truth, or yeah, I would have thought that it was his fault, or I wouldn't have thought. We're gonna go with I want the truth, yeah. The truth's always a bitch, never pretty, never certain, full of doppelgangers and dirty lovers all over. But it still points to Jordan being a killer. Your uncle was an extraordinary man. Yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying. Truly brilliant, ahead of his time, I would say. His mind was able to predict things that should be unpredictable. He read people like books. And with all that excellence came a price. The perfectionist in his brain couldn't cope with losing, with being wrong. Jordan had a really short fuse sometimes. He suffered from constant loneliness. Loneliness? He had you. All of you. The pack. Family. Everybody loved him. And yet we were the only thing persistently keeping him down. Caring about us, loving us, it was a burden to him. The emotional ties made him dependent to us, weak and common. And being ordinary for him was worse than death. That's really sad, or he sounds like a monster. It's sad. Having us kept him grounded, but he couldn't restrict his ambition. It was like a flesh-eating disease, consuming him from within. Being anonymous started suffocating him. Seeing smiles on faces he'd helped wasn't enough. Hearing praises and thanks wasn't enough. He wanted to be acknowledged, to be worshipped, to be feared. I can't believe you're talking about Jordan. I thought he was a hero, and I wanted to be like him. Life's hard, kiddo, and you can't judge a book by its cover. Same as you can't judge a man by the one thing he did, or by a part of his life. Nothing's just black and white. Unigas told me the same thing. He probably knew Jordan better than anyone else, knew the worst of him, but he was a brother to him nevertheless. He couldn't have hurt him. Well, he did have an affair with Jordan's woman. So you know about that as well. Seems that Unigas and you grew really close together. Yeah, he did. I did, and I'm sure Jordan knew all about it. How could he? That man could deduce the color of a lady's knickers just by hearing her laughter. I'm sure he knew about me and Unigas. Why didn't you say anything? Wondering about that would torture me at nights. Oh, I mean, I get it. I had a couple of hypotheses, but the thing that speaks to me the most is the simplest of answers. He didn't care. He didn't love me that much to want me all to himself, yet he wanted us to be happy, so he didn't intervene. I'm sure it was funny to him watching us wallow in our lie, like watching children playing a grown man's game. Maybe he could have changed. Maybe if the baby wasn't... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. If the baby wasn't born dead, don't be sorry. That's what happened. Maybe he was happy about it, or at least appeared to be. Didn't want to hear me when I was saying that it could be a girl. He wanted a boy. A mini Jordan to keep him company. But it wouldn't have worked. Not that time, at least. Why is that? FYI, I'm sorry, it got dark. I don't have my thing out, so it's very dark. I'm so sorry. The boy wasn't his. So you knew it was Unigas then? A mother always knows such things. I knew it was his from the moment I felt his beating heart inside me. But you never told them? No, I felt like the lack of truth was a better solution in the situation. But you don't have to agree with me. I do agree there was a good answer. You tried to keep them both happy, or I don't. It wasn't your decision to make. He deserved to know, same as Jordan. I disagree. I actually think it is her choice. So, 1. and yet I failed at that miserably. Still, you put their happiness before your own. Let's not talk about it any longer. There's a very important matter I've been getting to. You may think that I'm crazy, but I have to say it. I don't believe that Jordan died of natural causes. What? What are you saying? I think he was murdered. That's insane, or what makes you say that? We're obviously going to say what makes you say that. What do you know about his death? Not much, actually. Only that he died peacefully in his sleep. That's what Unigos told me. And you just assumed it was due to an illness or old age, correct? No, it just... I mean... Yeah, I believe I did. And that's what doesn't add up to me. I knew Jordan. He was always in great shape. We met a few days before his death, actually. He wanted to reconnect. He was happy. It was obvious to me that he was planning something, and that wasn't to die in his bed. He didn't have any health problems, but enemies, those he surely had a surplus of. I can't believe it, or that sounds very convincing. I'm going to say convincing. I managed to find out the location of the medic who was examining Jordan's body, and who decided to burn the corpse in the same day, which already seems bizarre. And you've talked to him? No, but I wanted to, but my demons caught up with me. Have you told anyone from the pack about your presumptions? No, it may sound harsh, but they're suspects as well. Suspects? You were supposed to be family. I don't really believe they did it. I certainly hope they didn't. But we can't rule out anything at the moment, so you cannot tell them about any of this. Not until we learn something valuable here. Here, I've marked the location of the medic's camp on your map. I don't know the exact place. You'll have to find it. Speak with him and report to me. I mean, if you're up for it. Of course I am. I'll be back. There we go. Now we have to talk to Dieter, whatever his name is. Dieter? Maybe it's Dieter. In order for us to do that, though, we are going to probably have to wait until it is at least morning. Yeah, I was going to say, I doubt I have any sticks. Yeah. It's probably going to be hard for me to find sticks over there. So let's go over here. We're going to try to find some sticks and spend the night, and then we can go over to find Dieter. I'm going to call him that. I don't know. Dieter is an actual, like, German name, right? Isn't it? Or am I just assuming that because I believe it was on SNL, or maybe it was Comedy Bang Bang? I actually don't remember it anymore. I don't remember where. Anyway. All right. I think we're going to have to do that. I am going to spend the night, though, because it's really dark. And unless I want to travel in the dark, which isn't too big of a deal, but now that there are bandits out, I no longer want to travel in the dark. So we'll find 16 sticks. I'm sure we'll be able to find 16 sticks. I didn't take all of them from this area, right? I mean, I took most of them, let's be honest. We literally might have trouble finding sticks. There we go. Okay, so we have 5 now. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, we'll make a campfire. And then in the morning, we'll go find this guy. Find out what happened. And then hopefully we'll find out who killed our uncle. I have to say, though, it sounds like maybe our uncle was... maybe he was, what's the word I want to use? Maybe he was losing it a little if he killed someone like that. I mean, if his only rule was don't fucking kill people, and he decided to kill someone and just bash their face in, which need I remind you how incredibly fucking crazy it is to bash someone's face in. Yeah, you know, maybe. That wasn't a good hit, but that's okay. Is he gonna come after me? There we go. Come on, come on. Oh, thank God. Woo, okay. We did that. All right, so this guy's camp is pretty far from here. So I'm gonna head over there. I think what I'll do, I'm not gonna worry about taking the roads because this is one of those, like, you know, might as well go off-road. I'm not entirely sure where it is. I'm already off-road. I'm also going to end up picking up some stuff along the way because, like I said, I can't help myself. And if you've noticed that summer is more than half over, so I need to get a collection of berries going so I have something for fall and winter because these are going to be gone pretty soon. So I'm going to do a little grinding as I head over to this location, and I will just jump back in as soon as I have something interesting to show you. Sorry, I'm trying to think at the same time I'm trying to grab berries. All right, be back in a sec.